Lovely people, welcome to this fitness video. I'm Laura, menopausal mum, proved you can thrive rather than just survive during menopause. And as part of keeping you fit and active, it's really important that you do regular weight-based training, particularly as we lose muscle mass as we get older. Our metabolism can decrease in menopause, so it's really important that we have weight-based training as part of our plan. This is only a 15-20 minute routine, really easy to slot into your day, lots of different exercises, and I'll give you lots of adaptations. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. If you want to work with me face to face, I run a number of classes in Wokingham. Let's get started. So this is not going to have a warm up because there is a warm up on my YouTube channel that you can do before you do any of my workouts, and there's also a post stretch as well. So make sure that you do that before and then after the workout. Let's get started. So we're going to do 10 reps of everything today, nice, sort of short and sweet. We're also going to include core exercises. You're going to need a chair, couple of sets of weights, one fairly heavy weight and then a standard size weight, and a mat. And let's begin with our first exercise. So we're going to be doing a sumo squat. So most of you will have done normal squats. We're going to take the legs a little bit wider, and we're going to turn the toes out to the sides, and we're going to be squatting down, holding a weight. So to hold the weight, grab a large weight. You're going to hold at the top, relax your shoulders, and then you're going to come into your squat. So we're going to do 10, really pushing through all corners of the feet. This is 9. And we're going to do 8 more. And then 7 more. And then 6 more. And then 5 more. And then 4 more. And then 3 more. And then 2 more. I really feel that in my thighs. And then last one. And that's 10 squats done. And we work those thighs. Okay, the next one is one of my favorites. This is called a bicep. We're going to isolate the muscles a little bit. We're going to use a nice soft chair if we can. We're going to push kind of in a show from the side, almost in a bit of a lunge position like this. Okay, I'm just going to come face on. What you're going to do is you're going to use this to support your arm, and you're going to get a nice range of motion when you do your bicep curls. So if you haven't done weights before, and it's always worth having a little bit of a training around them, just so people can, or trainers can give you a little bit of feedback. I do offer one-to-one training as well. Just make sure that your elbow is supported. Keep that arm in towards that chair and keep the breathing going throughout. And then you're just going to swap sides. So getting nice strong biceps there. 10 reps. So again, you can see where my arm's positioned, taking the weight all the way down, using that chair for guidance and support. Sometimes props can be quite useful. And this is rep 4. It's nice to do lots of different exercises with the weights, just so you don't get bored. I'm always mixing up the exercises that I offer in my exercise classes. And release. Okay, so I'm going to move my chair slightly out of the way. I'm going to come into something called a side plank now. I'm going to hold for 10 seconds. 2 options for the side plank. The side plank is great for working your side muscles. So you're going to come onto your elbow. Basic option, you're going to have your knee bent underneath. You're going to take the top leg up, making sure your shoulders and hips are in line. If you want the advanced option, both feet are stacked and you hold up. I'm going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. So working your upper body and your side muscles. Same thing again. Into position. You can either have the knee bent or both feet stacked. Taking it up. Nice alignment. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so back on our feet. We're now going to work our shoulders. Excuse me while I just grab my other weight. Left it on my desk. Okay, so this is called the Arnold press after Arnold Schwarzenegger, I believe. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our weights in this position. I'm going to take them up in line with our shoulders. So if you can see, my elbows, my shoulders, and my wrists are in line. We're going to come for 10 reps. So taking it up in line with the shoulders, 10. Relax your neck, 9. 8 more. Nice and controlled. 7 more. You want to make sure that you can get these weights out. So the 10 reps that you do, they need to be comfortable but pushing you a little bit. But I don't want you to be using something called momentum. Momentum is where we have to lift the weights by using the rest of our body. We should be comfortably able to lift the weights for the full range of motion without using any other body parts. Okay, so just 3 more of these, 2 more. And then last one. Amazing work. Okay, so now we're going to go into the deadlift. Another fantastic exercise for working the backs of your hamstrings. When you come out of the deadlift, make sure that you press through all 4 corners of the feet. Your feet are hip distance apart. Grab 2 reasonably sized weights. And what we're going to do, watch very carefully, this is a straight leg deadlift. So we have a slight bend in the knee, but mainly the legs are straight. Okay, so just don't lock the knees, but keep the legs straight. What we do is we bring the weights down towards the feet, keeping the weights close to the body. Push the hips forwards, and a breath comes out on the contraction, and then we take one in on the way back. So 8 more of these. Well done, everybody, doing really good. This is what I do every Friday, a bit of a workout, just a 20 minutes. I've normally done quite a lot of exercise already in the week, walking the dog, etc. So what I thought I would do is just share and work out with you guys basically. If I'm doing it, I may as well record it, and most of my life is recorded now anyway, because that's my business. So 4 more, and then 3 more, and then 2 more to go, and then the last one, and release. Now I'm going to show you an exercise which is called an alternate row. Okay, you're going to be bending over in a squat-like position for this, but just to give you an alternative if your back is a bit sore, you can be on all fours and you can row in this position. So what you do is several rows one side and then you move to the other. For those of us that are more advanced, what we're going to do is we're going to have a soft bend in the knee, bring the weights to the side. I'm just going to do an alternate row. So row one arm up and then we take the other one. So we're rowing, so those elbows are close and we're just driving the arm back, almost like we're starting a motor. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we'll just do 4 more of these because we're doing it alternate. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. If this workout's too short for you, you can repeat it. Okay, so you just go around and rewind and do it again. Okay, so next thing we're going to do, again, I'll give you an alternative. So we're going to do some dips, working those bingo arms. If you don't like doing it on the chair, have the feet bent, hands behind you, just behind your hips, and push back into the arms. Probably an old school exercise that you've done before. We're going to do it on the chair. Super, super advanced. You can take your legs out straight when you're doing this, but the mid version is to have your bottom close to the chair, and we're going to do 10 reps, okay? So bend into the elbows, 10, 9, oh, it's a killer, 8, 7, 6 more, last 5, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, last 1, and release. Quick little cheeky sit down there. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is quite a fun one. So it's a press up against the wall, which initially can feel too easy, but we're going to do a bit of a drop push with it. So just something a little bit different. We've already worked our arms, so our arms are kind of burning, but what we're going to do is we're going to use the wall to do a press, but we're going to really fall into it with force. So we're going to press in, 1, and then back. Then we're going to do it again, 2. Really pushing through those feet as you come back, 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6, and then 7, and then 8. Ooh. Just make sure you don't whack your knees like I did. And then last 1, and release. And as we've just done this, I'm just going to move my chair out the way. We're going to go straight into something called a plank, okay? Because we're going to work our upper body again. So move those weights. I'm not actually going to use the weights anymore. A couple of options with a plank. Really good exercise for the lower abdominals. So remember, if you want to, you can be on your knees for this. Okay, so in this position. But if not, then you're going to tuck the toes and you're going to hold your plank. Super advanced, you can do some knee drops or you can just hold. So holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to work our back. So with our core muscles, it's really important that we work all aspects of the core. The core forms a circuit around your, not a circuit, a sort of, what's it called? A corset, not a circuit, honestly, menopausal brain. A corset of muscles around your mid-region, which supports you and helps protect against injury. So we're going to be doing the back, the side abs, the lower abs, and the other abs, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to do a bit of swimming. So we're going to basically have our hands out in front, shoulder width apart, feet hip distance apart. We're just going to basically pitter-patter the hands and feet, alternating 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to do our last exercise. Another favourite of mine, you can weight this. We're not going to weight it this week. We're just going to do it nice and gentle. If this is too much for your lower back, a lot of people have got weak lower backs and have a problem, you can just do the basic crunch version without bringing in the knees. But if you are happy doing this, then you can bring in the knees and we'll do some C crunches. So if you look, I'm bringing my shoulders off the floor and I'm tapping my toes down, crunching my elbows into my knees. We'll do 6 reps. Last 5. 4 more. Last 3. 2 more. And then last 1. And release. So that is your Friday workout done. Look how easy it is just to start something. You can just start there or you can add on another round. You've got your warm-up video that you can find on my channel as well as the post stretch, which just makes it around 25-30 minutes. Perfect. So always start something. It's always about little steps. If you want more motivational accountability, then come and join my monthly fitness club or come and join one of my classes. I do a wonderful group PT class. For those of you that can't afford me one-to-one training, you can come along and do very similar setup to a PT session but within a group, or you can come and do fitness yoga with us or both as part of the plan. But for now, thank you very much for joining me. Well done for doing your weights workout, and I will see you very soon. Bye.